Hello, I'm Mark Schaldhaus, and because things on the internet seem to lose their date references pretty easily, today is Saturday, February 24th, 2024. Yesterday, Friday, February 23rd, 2024, my wife was looking at our model railroad stuff and said, why don't we put all of them in action at one time? And this all stems from the weird weather we've been having in Southern California lately. Right now we're over half of our average annual rainfall just in the month of February. When we add in January, we're close to our average annual rainfall, and we're supposed to get more in a couple more days. This whole thing, I've always loved trains. Used to, when I was really little kid, would walk over or ride my bike over to the train tracks by our house in south side of Chicago, Mount Greenwood, and watch the trains rumble by. Unfortunately, they didn't rumble by often enough, but it was kind of fun. And when I was about 10 years old, my mother took me to a place, and I got this guy here. He was a Tyco Atlas HO set, and it was at the Pullman Car Company building on the south side of Chicago, and it was being used as a Christmas gift fair. So anyways, I started putting track together on the living room floor. We've trashed out our living room since the rain started, just doing all sorts of things. Trashed out our living room floor. If you're going to do this, I highly recommend you start from the inside out. I started from the outside in and had to rebuild. But anyways, so we're going from N to HO. This guy here who probably needs a little maintenance. From N to HO to S, also called American Flyer Gauge, to O to G. So you'll see all of the common scales running except Z. I do not have Z. Z is too small. N is pretty darn small. And they're all General Motors Electromotive divisions, Jeeps, GPs, 7s, 20s, and 38s, and give you the specs as we go. And this was a fun evening as you watch the video. Look at the transformer sitting off on the side, the wires going everywhere. But we got it up and running, and we had a lot of fun, and my wife was off on the side laughing and taking photos. So it was successful. Thanks for watching. Hope you had as much fun watching this video as we had doing it. Thanks for watching. Bye. So here is the stable or livery finally completed. The N gauge is a GP40. The HO, and going from the smallest to largest, the HO is a GP7 or GP9, most likely a GP7. The S gauge is a GP20. The O gauge is a GP20, and the monster in the back is a GP38. That is the final stable. I'm number one. I'm an Electromotive Division GP guy. I love the GP series. They just look, in my opinion, very classic, very appropriate, whatever. And I love EMD, and I love Santa Fe. So between EMD making GPs, Jeeps, GEEP, and Santa Fe, I just wish I'd had the same colors on all of them, but that's not going to happen, so we just put up with what we got. But here's the stable. Now let's watch them run. The HO GP7 seems to have a problem with that one re-rated track.
Dispatcher, how's the track look? Am I clear? Over. That's affirmative. All go ahead. Out.
This is 5 Santa Fe Jeeps, N, H, O, S, O, and G, all running at the same time on our living room floor, all making thunder. This was my wife's idea, and this is like really fun. If you're going to do this, highly recommend you build from the inside out. I started building from the outside in and found out that the S and the O were the same radius of turn and everything else. So had to take that apart and restart from N, then build the circle of HO around it, then get the S to not interfere with the HO, get the O not to interfere with the S, and then get the G not to interfere with the O. And this is just fun. My wife's idea. So our livery is complete. I'm not going to go to Z for Santa Fe, and I don't know of anything above G, and I wouldn't go above G anyways. G's huge. I like S, I like O. N's pretty small. HO is where this all started for me, because that HO engine running was an engine I got about 1960, brand new, part of a set, Tyco Atlas set, and it was purchased in the Pullman car plant on the south side of Chicago, just east of Michigan on 111th Street, and it was no longer a Pullman car plant. It was a Christmas toy fair. But girlfriends of my mother, their parents worked for Pullman, and they were pretty happy they did. So this is just fun. I think my Jeep 7, the HO, needs a little work. He gets cleaned up every once in a while. He hasn't been cleaned up in a while. Everything else is running pretty nice. It's just fun. As I said, this was actually my wife's idea. I showed her the static pictures at the beginning, the 5 of them set up in their staggered motion, and she says, why don't we put all of them on the living room floor and get them running. So for the last couple of weeks, since the rains have begun in Southern California, our living room has been an absolute disaster because we're doing so many different things in it. We did all the running of the rails in it. We did the US1 Tyco electric trucks. We did the road racing, whatever. We're just trashing out the living room, and this was my wife's idea, and this was just absolute fun. And to wind up this video, here they are parked. The N is a GP40, the HO is a GP7, could be a GP9, but it's most likely a GP7. The S is a GP20, the O is a GP20, and the G is a GP38. And they are all stopped. My wife wanted this photo. I think it's a great photo. You can see in the background the transformers are all sitting there, and we had wire running from the O gauge board in the den to power the Lionel O gauge. This was just a fun evening. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We got a lot of laughs out of this, and hope you got some laughs out of it too. Thanks for watching.